The king burst through the door in a panic, only to see his wife weeping on the bed, holding their baby. He rushed over to her, but instead of comforting her, he kept asking again and again, was it one child, or two? When his wife confirmed it was only one, the king screamed in terror, for this island was cursed by the gods. Everything had to exist in pairs, or else the gods would destroy it. To keep his newborn son from dying under the curse, the king jumped on his motorcycle and sped toward the twin temple. He placed his son on the altar, and on the other side set down the twin crystal, tracing the outline of a human face upon it. The king prayed to the twin gods with utmost devotion. Moments later, the crystal miraculously created an identical copy of his son. Overjoyed, the king lifted both children high into the air, but his grip slipped, and the crystal-born child shattered. At that instant, a crack split open where the crystal had fallen. The king knew the wrath of the twin gods had begun. To protect his son, he fled on his motorcycle. In a desperate escape, he reached a strange passageway, and the twin gods' hands failed to reach him. The cave collapsed behind him, sealing the exit. Signs reading danger and forbidden stood beside a wooden bridge, its far end uncertain and perilous. Yet with no other choice, the king risked it all and rode onto the bridge. Suddenly, a blinding light flashed at the other end. Two motorcycles collided and flipped over. When the king came to, he clutched his child in one hand and shone a flashlight around with the other. To his shock, he found himself staring at a man who looked exactly like him, sharing the same mannerisms, the same movements. When their hands touched, buried memories surged back like a flood. They were twin brothers. Long ago, the twin gods, fearing their combined power, had torn them apart. Now reunited, the brothers vowed to overthrow the gods' rule. They fused their pendants into one, and a surge of immense power radiated outward. The two islands merged into one at last. The twin gods were dragged from the island by an unknown force, and the land was finally freed from their curse.